Hello and good morning, everyone. So today for our bonus coaching call, it's all about coming back to our body again. I know for the last number of weeks, I have been drawing the attention to coming back to our body and being able to listen to our body a little bit more. But I don't think we have spoken as much about how can we do it? How do we actually listen to our body? How do we build the resilience and capacity for when the body is telling us something, which is sometimes discomfort, sometimes pain, sometimes an emotional discomfort that needs to come out or needs to express itself? Have we built resilience enough to be able to sit with this pain and pay attention to what the body is speaking? So during the last 6 weeks, we have looked into how women have been disconnected to our body. We have been a little bit more disconnected to our body. We don't appreciate how much the body is able to do day to day. The body is able to wake up, the body is able to go sleep, the body is able to breathe, the body is able to blink when it needs to blink or walk when it needs to walk. We have been a little bit more disconnected in the way that we care or we look at our body. We use more negative words rather than appreciative words. How much my legs are doing for me, or how much the hair in my nose does the work for me to filter what needs to be filtered. How much appreciation do we have within our own space to appreciate the body and be a bit more grateful? So in the last 6 weeks, we have looked into nutrient dense food, how we can maybe sleep hygiene, how we can improve our self-care routine, and a little bit more. You have all of it there from week 1 to week 6. Today, part of our Nourishing Health Reset program, Nicola, our dear friend and member of the Health Reset program, has kindly offered us to show us how we can connect to our body a little bit more. And as I said last week, which is week 6, we come to this world with a breath, and we end this life maybe with a breath. But our experience here, what are we doing with this experience? So Nicola is going to bring us back to our breath and show us how to be a bit more connected and press the pause button when we need to, and have a little bit more resilience built within us to be able to listen to our body. So I hope you will enjoy it, and over to you, Nicola.
Thanks very much, Mira. My name is Nicola. I've been on Mira's Health Reset program for the past 6 weeks. It's been a really nourishing 6 weeks of learning, and I'm really delighted to be here sharing a few breathwork exercises with you. I am a qualified yoga and breathwork teacher. I do have a special interest in creating yoga flows and meditations and breath works, which are going to help you move more in tune with your menstrual cycle or your stage of menopause. And I do have extensive training in both of these areas. I currently share short yoga videos over on my YouTube channel, Sunflower Yoga. I came to breathwork myself as a way to help manage my own stress and anxiety levels. So like many women in midlife, I'm juggling lots of different things at a time when my body is really craving and really needing more rest and more nourishment, more self-care. But as we know, this is not always possible as we juggle the demands of family, life, work. But what I'm finding personally is kind of peppering in snatches of short yoga flows, short breathwork practices, short meditations, along with the nourishing food and fresh air and exercise are all helping me to kind of find those moments of self-care and the moments of rest, which are really helping to reduce my own stress and anxiety. So I'm just here today just to share a few different breathwork techniques with you. You don't have to like them all, but hopefully you'll go away from the end of the session with 1 or 2 practices that you can take away and practice and use in your own life, just to add them into your own self-care toolkit. Now, you will hear me say the word practice quite a lot today as well, and like everything in life, you know, we practice things to get better at them. And also we practice things in different states of mind. So something might not connect with you today, but if you practice again when you're in a different state of mind, it may resonate with you at a later date. So today is just about experiencing these breath works, seeing how they make you feel. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just really an opportunity for you to listen into your body, to connect with your body, to connect with your breath. So don't worry about taking loads of notes or trying to remember everything. I am going to send out a booklet with all the details of the exercises in. So I just really want you to take this time for yourself this morning to kind of practice these breaths with me and with the other ladies here. And yeah, just thank you for giving yourself this time to come and nourish your body with breath, also alongside the nourishment we've been giving our body with the food that Mira's been helping us with over the last few weeks. So we're going to be going over 4 different breath practices. We're going to be doing paced breathing, ocean breathing, alternate nostril breathing, and gentle Bhastrika breathing. And then if we do have time at the end, I will close with a short loving kindness meditation. So before we go into each breath, I'll tell you a little bit about the breath, and then I will demonstrate the breath, and then I will very much invite you to carry on at your own pace and rhythm. If there's any time during these exercises that you want to take a break or you want to go at a different rhythm, your body is always your own best guide. So please do trust in what your body is calling for today, the level of practice. You know, everything though is very much beginner level, and nothing to be worried about, but just please, the invitation is to practice at your level and for as long as you want to. At the end of each breath practice, I will invite a few moments of quiet and stillness just to allow you to absorb the benefits of the practice, to check in with how you're feeling. And then the option then, if you want to share anything or ask any questions, feel free to say this out loud or pop it into your chat, or just keep it to yourself as well. If you just want to take this for yourself, that's perfectly fine as well. If you do have any questions throughout, say just pop them into the chat. Any questions come up after the recording or after you've done the session, you know, please contact me via WhatsApp or email. The setting up for the breath work, I did send out some instructions there, so everything can be done sat on the chair. It's very important though that you do keep your feet on the ground. This is going to help your body feel grounded and to give your body those kind of safety signals that that you're safe. I do like to place either a cushion or a bolster just behind your back there. That just really helps to kind of open up your lungs, open up your heart space, just to really help you kind of drink in the benefits of the breath work. Personally, I like to close my eyes while practicing, but this is a very personal choice. You can close your eyes. If this isn't comfortable or available to you today, I'll just ask you to maybe just lower your gaze or just take your eyes away from the screen, just so you're not distracted and you can really kind of focus on that inward sensation. Okay, so the first breath work we're going to do is called paced breathing. So research done on paced breathing has suggested that this type of breathing can help reduce stress and anxiety levels if it's practiced regularly for 15 minutes per day. But don't be too worried about thinking, oh no, I've got to spend 15 minutes every day doing this now. This can be broken down into smaller sessions throughout the day. So you can take, 3 5-minute sessions during the day, or even starting much smaller and building this breath work up over time is going to still bring you some of the benefits. And with like any new habits, kind of starting small and building up is always going to bring better results than trying to do too much too soon. So the instructions for this breath are going to be to inhale through the nose for a count of 3 to 4, and then we're going to exhale out of the nose for a count of 5 or 6. So don't get too bogged down by the numbers here. I just invite you to make your exhale just a little bit longer than your inhale. If you can inhale and exhale through your nose, then great. But if you can't, then just find the pace and rhythm of breath that's going to serve you today. Okay, so I'm just going to set a timer for a few minutes so we can all just experience this breath together. Then I will invite you then to return your breath to its normal rhythm, and then we'll just check in with ourselves. So how we are doing. So just to recap, we're going to inhale through the nose for a count of 3 or 4, and then exhale through the nose slightly longer. Okay, so just inviting you to close over your eyes or just take your gaze away from the screen and just practicing this pace breathing together. So when you do take that longer exhale as well, really think about just relaxing the muscles in your jaw, relaxing your shoulders down as well. I'll just invite you now just to return your breath back to its normal rhythm. Just keeping your eyes closed or your gaze lowered, and just really just notice what you notice about how you're feeling now. How is your body feeling? How is your mind feeling? You know, no judgment here. There's no right or wrong. There's just an opportunity for your body and mind to speak to you. When you're ready, opening up your eyes and just bringing your gaze up to the screen. So hopefully you found that to be a little bit relaxing now and kind of helps to settle us into this workshop a little bit further. The second practice we're going to be doing is called ocean breathing. Now, ocean breathing is another really simple practice that you can practice at any time, day or night, whenever you're feeling that kind of those anxious feelings, those, stress and tension in your body, and just need a few minutes to kind of rest and reset. I also find this one really good when I'm kind of feeling nervous. Say if I'm sat in the dentist, I find this quite helpful to kind of settle myself if I'm kind of feeling stressed about an appointment or a meeting. So this is a very soothing and calming breath, which helps us tone the vagus nerve and help us connect to the parasympathetic nervous system and kind of take us out of that fight or flight mode when we are feeling anxious or stressed. So the instructions for this breath are going to be to inhale through the nose, and then we're going to exhale with a very soft, gentle sigh out of the mouth. Now, this sigh is going to be so soft and gentle that if you were in a room with somebody else, they wouldn't be able to hear this sound. Although there is anecdotal evidence that if you are practicing this breath and you are in a room with a small child or a pet, that they can also receive the soothing benefits of this breath just from kind of the vibrations that you're sending off. It definitely helps with my puppy Sid. Okay, so again, like with the paced breathing, we're going to practice this together for a few minutes so you can really feel the benefits of this breath and see if it's one that you're going to enjoy. So to recap, we're going to inhale through the nose and then exhale out of the mouth with a really gentle, soft sighing sound. So this is a bit like the sound of the waves of the ocean breaking over the shore on kind of a still summer's evening. You could even, visualize yourself sat on the edge of the beach here, feel the sunshine, warming your shoulders as you take in this breath. Okay, so just going to move into stillness now, and we're just going to take a few minutes to practice ocean breathing together. So we're going to inhale through the mouth, softly exhaling. Sorry, inhaling through the nose, softly exhaling through the mouth. So when you're taking your gentle sighs with the exhale there, really think about, again, relaxing the muscles through your face and your jaw. You're relaxing your shoulders down away from your ears. This can also be an effective breath for helping to cool hot flushes by imagining a wave of cool water washing over you as you're taking this breath. You're just beginning now just to step away from your ocean breathing. You're stepping away from the beach, the seashore that you've just been enjoying, and just returning your breath now to its more natural rhythm. And again, just taking a few moments here just to notice what you notice about how you're feeling. I can feel my own heart rate has, slowed down much more now than at the start of the session. I'm feeling more relaxed in my shoulders, my lower back. It's just a really simple breath practice that you can do anytime, anywhere. No one knows you're doing it. It's just a really Really handy practice just there to keep there in your back pocket in your self-care toolkits. Does anybody have any questions before we move on to the third practice? Is everyone doing okay?
Is
Yeah, I
there
love
any?
this one.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry now. Yeah, I love this one. Really, yeah, I could pay attention to the sound of my breath coming out. So that was really grounding. Yeah, really loved it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mira. Did
I
you?
really liked that one as well,
Yeah.
especially when there wasn't any particular counting, do you know, that you just went with it.
Yeah.
So I found that really helpful and I feel quite soothed after it.
Yeah, lovely. That's good. That's it's just a really nice one to kind of have in your self-care toolkits. Okay, so we're going to move on to alternate nostril breathing now. Some of you may have done this one before, or you may not. This is a really good one to help reduce stress and anxiety. It's also really good for clearing and releasing toxins in the body, improving focus and attention, calming the central nervous system, as well as giving your immune system a lovely boost. And it can also be helpful in supporting your hormones as well. Personally, I find it quite useful during the hay fever season. I kind of get that nasal congestion, and it really does help me to kind of, clear out my nasal cavities. I also find it helpful to do before going to bed. If I'm kind of going to bed with that kind of, racing mind, anxious thoughts, and just need to kind of settle, it's a really nice one to do. Just take a few rounds off before bed. And then it gets also a good, it can be an energizing practice as well in the morning. So it's a really good one to use at different times of day. So there's no contraindications. Anybody can enjoy this breath at their own level. If you do have a very blocked nose, though, then it's probably not advisable to carry on with this breath. So I'm going to demonstrate the first round of this breath, and then I'm going to guide us through a couple of rounds, and then it's very much inviting you to find your own rhythm as we experience the breath for ourselves. So just to set it up for this practice, we're going to be placing our left hand just down into our lap. We're going to bring our right hand up, tucking our elbow into our side. The option to your first two fingers here can either go in between your eyebrow centre there or your third eye, or you can bring them down into the palm of your hand. We're going to use the right thumb there to close off the right nostril, and we're going to use our ring finger to close off the left nostril during this breath. So to begin the breath, we're going to close off the right nostril and going to fully exhale through the left nostril. We'll then inhale through the left nostril, exhale out of the right nostril, inhale through the right nostril, exhale out of the left nostril, inhale through the left nostril, exhale out of the left nostril, inhale right nostril, exhale left nostril. I'm going to use a count of 5 just to kind of get us started. But again, please do find your own rate and rhythm with this breath, especially if it's something that you've not tried before. Just try and keep an even count for your inhale and your exhale. So I'm going to guide us through the first couple of rounds, and then I'll go quiet just to allow you to experience this breath and carry on very much at your own pace. Again, if you need to take a break at any time, do that. If you want to, finish the breath, just take a few moments to yourself, just listening for those signs that your body is giving you. Okay, so we're going to tuck the right elbow in there, just keeping our shoulders nice and soft here, keeping your jaw soft. Tucking the 2 fingers in or placing them at your third eye. We're going to close off the right nostril, fully exhaling through the left nostril. We're then going to inhale through the left nostril for a count of 2, 3, 4, 5. Close the left nostril, exhale, right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, left, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, left, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Practicing now and finding your own rhythm and experience for this breath. The next time you take an exhale out of your left nose, just begin to lower your hands then, starting to return your breath to its normal rhythm. And again, just taking a few moments to really absorb the benefits of this breath, noticing how this one's made you feel. I'm certainly feeling a lot clearer in my nasal passages, a bit clearer in my head as well. Again, just notice what you notice. And so we'll be sending on full instructions for this breath as well. If it is new to you, it can take a few practices to kind of get the technique. The time you take after the breath practice is just as important as the time spent in doing the breath practice as well, because this is when your body and mind are going to be giving you that feedback after the practice and kind of really giving your body and mind a chance to talk to you. We don't often, kind of slow down and listen, but I really encourage you to, even for just a few minutes each day, to find that little bit of stillness, just to check in with yourself. And when you're ready, just opening your eyes, bringing your gaze back to the screen. Another really nice way to practice that breath as well, I find it quite useful if I wake up during the night time and I'm kind of struggling to get back to sleep. You can do that breath work without using the hands as well. You can just use your imagination to imagine the air coming up, inhaling through the left nostril, exhaling through the right nostril, and it could be just as effective, without the hand movements as well. Anybody, any questions about that or any comments before we move on to the next practice? Okay, so hopefully you're all okay with that. So I've just got one more breath work to practice with you. Thank you, Mira. This one is called the gentle Bhastrika breath, and this is quite a new breath work to me personally as well. It's been modified by one of my menopause yoga teachers, and it's another one to help reduce stress and anxiety, and it's also a really good one for clearing brain fog, or if you're kind of feeling fatigued. It's a really kind of gentle way to invite some energy into your body. So I'm going to demonstrate, and then we're going to practice together. And again, like all the other practices, feel free to take a break at any time, or if you don't want to do the practice, that's perfectly fine as well. So for this practice, we're going to inhale through the nose, and as we inhale through the nose, we're going to feel our abdomen, our belly softening down. So we're going to inhale through the nose, feeling the belly soften, and then on the exhale, we're going to sniff out through the nose as we draw our abdomen back towards our spine. So I'll just try and move so I can just kind of show you that a bit more. So we're going to inhale, pushing our the kind of belly out into our hands, and then we're going to sniff and pull our abdomen back. I'll show you this from my head in a moment. So we're going to inhale, feel the abdomen soften, and then we're going to sniff and draw our abdomen back. Okay, so this one's a little bit more technique than the other ones, but it is a really beneficial one to practice. So if you'd like to have a go, it can make you, might want to grab a tissue, you might just want to blow your nose during these practices as well. So we're going to practice this one. We're going to take 10 breaths, and then we're going to take a short break, check in with how we're feeling, and then the invitation is to take 10 more breaths as well. So just to recap, we're going to be inhaling through the nose, feeling our bellies softening, and then we're going to exhale with a sniff like we're taking a short sneeze, and as we take that, we sniff the exhale, we're going to draw the abdomen back towards the spine. Okay, so just invite you to start to close over your eyes, or just soften your gaze there. And we're going to take an inhale through the nose, softening through the abdomen, and then sniffing out and drawing the navel back. But when you've taken approximately 10 breaths, just inviting you to return back to your normal rhythm, just noticing what you notice. You may be starting to feel a little bit buzzy in the head, a bit lightheaded. This is very normal in this breath. It's just a way, you're kind of clearing a bit of space up there. Yeah, a bit like shaking up the snow globe. And the invitation now is to take 10 more breaths, or if you just like to kind of rest in stillness, that's fine as well. Again, when you've reached the end of your 10, just taking a few moments of stillness here. So let that shaken up feeling really settle and be absorbed through your body. So whenever you're doing any breath work, it's very important that you do take those moments of stillness, not kind of jumping up and rushing around again straight away, especially if you are feeling a bit lightheaded. During the day that I learned this practice, I had quite strong menstrual cramps, and I found this breath to be really soothing for those menstrual cramps. And when you're ready, just open up your eyes, lifting your gaze. Does anybody have any questions about that breath or any observations? And so we'll be sending out full instructions about it as well. How did you find that, Mira?
I'm ready to go to bed. Yeah, it feels so grounding, and yeah, just here, more here rather than in the mind, thinking about all the things that we
Yeah.
have to do all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just more here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Thank you for sharing this.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. I will share some instructions with you and a few more practices as well. I just need to make the final touches to the booklet.
That's no problem.
Okay, so we'll kind of whiz through those practices, but I would love to share a 5-minute loving kindness meditation if that's
Yeah.
something you'd like to listen to. It's just a really nice way just to kind of end the practice, and then we can have any further questions at the end as well, any final observations. Okay, so loving kindness meditations are a really good way to help you become more accepting of yourself and others around you. It can also increase levels of positive emotions in your body, and it can also help to reduce pain as well in some instances. So I'll just invite you now just to close over your eyes again or lower your gaze and just enjoy these final few minutes for yourself. So we'll begin by offering loving kindness to ourselves. You might find this hard to do at first, but please stick with me here, as it's going to be so beneficial for you to give yourself these affirmations of loving kindness to help nurture and look after your own well-being. Please repeat silently. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free from suffering. We will now begin to widen our circle of loving kindness by starting to think about somebody else close to you that you already have a strong love for. This could be your partner, a child, a parent, or anybody else that you have a really strong loving connection with. So keep this person at the front of your mind as you silently repeat, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from suffering. So moving on now to think about somebody that you have fairly neutral feelings for. Somebody that you maybe don't know very well, but often come into contact with. It could be a neighbour, your local butcher, or postman, for example. So keeping this person at the front of your mind as you recite out loud or silently in your head. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from suffering. Now this next one can be a bit more tricky, but please carry on if you can and follow along. So I invite you now to think about somebody that you are in conflict with right now, or somebody that you're just not getting along with very well for whatever reason. Keeping this person at the front of your mind. Repeat silently, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from suffering. And finally, let's think about yourself, all of your loved ones, all of the people you're struggling with, and all other beings in the wider world who are needing these affirmations of loving kindness. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from suffering. I'm just taking a minute of silence here just to absorb that loving kindness meditation. Now just invite you now just to bring your hands to heart center. And then rubbing your hands together just to create a little bit of heat there. Rubbing in between your fingers. And if you open up your eyes now, we're going to reach our hands out to shoulder level, feeling a lovely tingle in our hands. And really think about touching the shoulder of the lady next to you on the screen there. Just acknowledging each other, thanking each other for turning up today, giving this time for yourself. And thank you to Mira for inviting me along. Just bringing your hands to the top of your arms there, just stroking up and down. Nourishing ourselves, giving ourselves this bit of self-care. This is called an oxytocin hug. And just bringing our hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you found that useful. And any further questions or comments, observations? We've got a few minutes left over.
Thank you, Nicola. I love this. I love the prayer. Yeah, I often write it on birthday cards when you don't have anything to write. There's nothing coming, you know, because when we buy birthday cards, there's so many words from the manufacturer. So something to write from deep within. When I don't find anything to write, then I just write this, and it's being received well by a few people who wouldn't think of this kind of prayer to be something interesting. I love this. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
What a beautiful moment we spent. Thank you, Nicola.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your time today, and thanks to everybody watching the recording back as well. And if anyone has any further questions, please do reach out to me, or Mira can ask me any questions as well to look on to you.
Thank you very much, ladies. It was very enjoyable.
Thanks, Michelle.
Bye. So I'll be sending the recording whenever it's downloaded anyway. I'll send the recording. I might just stop recording now. Hold on.